that every Tom, Dick, and Harry... I don't even know what that expression means, by the way. I'm just using it because Let's Players I like use it. Anyways, it's not just a truck stop with some factories and houses attached anymore. At least I hope that's the case. But after we hit Worthy Village, I'm just going through this basically because I'm curious as to what's out there. Megalopolis. When we hit 80,000, then after that point we're basically growing for the sake of growing. But as I said, if I can manage it, the ideal goal for me would be to hit 100,000 before ending this series. So right now, Worthy Village, then Tiny Town, Boomtown, Small Cities 9,500. So that's going to be a good milestone to aim for at first. The first one of these actually labeled city. But Boomtown will also be nice. 2,400 people. At that point, that shows the other cities that exist in this universe, none of which we can actually physically see on the map, but which you can imagine kind of exist out there. Basically, I'm not sure how to describe it, but they exist, you just don't see them. Anyways, that will basically say to those other cities that we are a group that matters, and we're no longer just a truck stop with some places attached, like I said, but we're relevant. And now, we get some cash, we unlock the ability to purchase a new area, which I'm not going to do, by the way. I can make districts now, and set policies to regulate specific areas. We could take a bigger loan if we wanted to, which I won't be doing. Specialize our districts. Set up specific policies for our city services. And now we've unlocked the emergency services and police department. So we can build police stations and firehouses. So crime is going to be a thing. Let's see. What do we want to do for education and the like? Do I want to prioritize getting an elementary school going, or getting a couple of fire stations and a police department? Well, right now we have no crime, so that can wait. But the fire station, there's some pretty significant fire risk all over. That's 12,000 per, and the industrial zone has the worst of it right now. So what I am going to do is, I'll spend that on plonking a fire station down right here. Actually, let's check and make sure I'm not putting it in somewhere that will go to commercial in the future. Right there. Basically, in between... We'll put it right by the hospital, basically. Right here. And then... hopefully any fire problems we can solve with relative ease. The police station... I could put down an elementary school, but that would cost all my money, and I want to save something. And there's a policy I could put in place to force people to use less power or water, or distribute smoke detectors so that fires are less common. I'm not gonna do any of those right now. What I am going to do, however, is start zoning a few districts. Specifically, what I want to do is set up some industry. A specific industrial district, I mean. By the way, let's see here. Erase district. I want to get it off there. That can be our district for now. And then I'll put the residential district into its districtiness. Now, there's a little bit of commercial right there that's inside this district, but for the most part, we're doing fine. Let's shrink that down a little bit. Let's see here. Yeah, our districts are good. So, Hamilton Hills. That's the name of the one district. I'm going to leave the name for now. But this is not going to be fucking Maple Heights. I don't like that name. I'll just give it a generic one for the time being, and then if anyone has any suggestions for what I should name my districts, let me know. But this is Smog Square, because it's a traditional, very bad for the environment type of industrial area. And Hamilton Hills will do for now until I can come up with something else I'd rather put there. And it's nagging me about getting an elementary school set up. For now, let's see. Hamilton Hill policies. There's none of the policies that are out there right now are ones that I want to make use of. When recycling comes up as a policy to reduce waste output and the like, I am going to go for that, but it's not available right now, so we'll have to wait. Speaking of, time to start getting us a new place to have people living. Bit of that, then a freeform road. It's a little weird looking, I know, but this ought to do. I don't have enough bloody money anymore. Fucking hell. There. And before I can do anything else of the sort, I'll have to get some power lines and water set up. Fortunately, a lot of the area already has water coverage, so I could just start. So there's a few areas along here I can just have people start moving in on. Checky. Okay then. A little bit of that. And I can put in some commercial along here. That should do us for now. Then I can just wait on having the cash to afford the stuff I need next. And this is probably going to eat into my power supply also, so that might be a problem. And yeah, this is going to be a very weird looking city. That's for damn sure. Not enough workers. Fear not, I'm building housing places for you to get those workers from. But for now, let's kick it up to 2 speed. Yeah, there's power problems. We're going to need some more power. But big news time! We have crossed the 1,000 population mark, so we're doing good for a city. 1,300 is soon to come. But okay. Let's put into place that policy for less power usage, please. It's not going to completely solve my problem, but it will mitigate it. Now we're only ever so slightly below the amount of power we need, as opposed to a ridiculous amount. Oh, apparently doing that is going to cause us some other problems. I'm taking it off then. I may have to take out a loan. Actually, I was just saying how I didn't want to do that, but let's see. Let's see how much I can afford to jack up taxes by. Because government logic, am I right? Needs more money, increase taxes. Perfectly legit, yeah? Oh, and now there is crime. There is bloody crime. Of course there is. So, now, I'm going to take out a small loan of 20 grand. And we are going to get education up and running. An element... Actually, no. That's the second thing we're going to do. Once I manage it. I'm also going to put a coal power plant here. Right by the industrial zone. They can have a little bit of smog. Let's see. And once the amount of money I'm earning gets up high enough, I am going to have some cops show up, I think. As we need to start arresting the filthy criminals. Since crime is starting to become an issue around here, as we're seeing. And a few neighborhoods are getting really pissed off at the crime rate. There's also a massive demand for industrial right now. So, let's see. I need to plunk down a load more areas for people to live. We need more residential. And I'm getting our first resident who is saying taxes are too high. Let's see exactly what I need to lower them to get rid of that complaint. Does 14% do it? Indeed it does. So we can tax people at 14%, but we tax them any higher than that, and they start complaining. Good to know. Note to self, keep taxes at precisely 14% at all times. And we'll put the police station down there. Now go out, my little minions, and arrest some filthy, filthy criminals. Go and arrest some of those criminal scum. We're approaching Tiny Town, 1300. Let's see, are there any other services I need to put down? I don't recall. I could do a recycling center if I had the cash, but it's not vital right now. Let's put down a few of those. And a tiny bit more commercial. I'm also dropping us back to 1 speed. Unique buildings that we can put down in places. I'm honestly not that bothered by it, but let's see. Parks and plazas, I need to be at that next pops level to be able to stick down. Let's see, fill. And I'm going to start sticking down a few other places over here for our population to live. And we have hit Tiny Town, unlocking the ability to have parks, landscape places, some more policies, as well as a load more services. I'll look into all of these at some point, but also a massive number more roads and canals even. Could get canals if I wanted to, and fences, and massive number of parks. We also have high schools now. So our population is no longer going to be satisfied with their workers having a merely elementary school education. Instead, they're going to want something more. Like high school education, for instance. And then it won't be too long, depending on how places level up, for they want people to have college educations. Imagine that. Whoever heard of something so ridiculous as wanting their employees to be college educated? I mean, really? College education? What nonsense. But now, I need a little bit more water coverage. There. That should help us out. And our city is now growing to the point we have to expand to a second housing area, as you're seeing. And I have quite a bit of money. I'll have to... My first order of business is going to be to plunk down a high school. I imagine that our population is not going to remain satisfied with what they've currently got for very long. So this little road here that's going between the two areas, I'm going to give it a high school. I'm also going to put down... Well, I don't have the money, but once I do, I'll put down a road connecting this secondary industrial area to this road, so that those citizens can more easily make it to work and travel between the two industrial areas. So first I'm going to do that, and then my plan is to, once I get the $3,000 I'll need, connect to that industrial zone. As well as connecting to it, I plan to expand the industrial zone eventually, because we'll eventually need that. I very much doubt the people of my city are going to remain satisfied with this small amount of industry forever, even with the amount of commercial they're having. Or maybe they will. I'm just underestimating things a little bit, or overestimating how much they're going to want. Who knows? But now, I'm going to wait a little bit before I set up a power connection between these two areas. I don't care about buying new land right now. I'm more interested in building up what I've got. Because we still have plenty of space to build on in what we have. Once that's no longer the case, I will expand it, but for the moment, I'm good with what's here. Maybe I should expand. Maybe I should. Yeah. I'll set up a very temporary power line between the two. As you can see by the position, like I said, it's extremely, extremely temporary.